I first started my online coaching business probably like 5 or 6 years ago now. And when I first moved to Thailand, the goal was to, I was going to work at Tiger, had a 2 month intern contract where I was working for free. And I was like, well, if I can make enough money via my online coaching to be able to live in Thailand and live it like a decent life without tapping into my savings, then I'm good to go. So that was going to be the goal. If I didn't get a job at Tiger, if I didn't get a job in Thailand, the plan was to, go and travel the world for like 6 months and then maybe base myself in New Zealand or somewhere and really start pushing and building that online platform. As it turns out, I got offered a job, ended up becoming head coach at Tiger. I didn't need to go down that route, but I've always had that online coaching platform there. And over the years, as you said, it's like 5-10% for me. So I never push it, I never advertise it. I've never got any more than probably like 10 to 12 clients on there at one time because, I don't want to have too many people, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And it's not my primary focus. So I was the same as you, mate. Like once the pandemic hit, then I was like, all right, I'm going to start pushing this out a little bit more and, use this as my primary source of income. But the point that I'm making is like that was an investment that I made many years earlier. I'd already had the skeleton in place, the frameworks in place. And then once I got to a point where I was like, oh, fuck, I've got no income coming in. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know when I'm going to go back to work and when I'm going to start getting paid again. Then I could really start building that platform out. I think that's a really important component of life, mate, is having a look at different income streams and different platforms that can allow you, you're mitigating risks ahead of time, right? Like if something happens, no one expected the pandemic to hit. No one expected to, be sitting where we are right now after roughly 18 months of what's happened in the world. But at the end of the day, like, you've got to prepare for the future. You've always got to have things up your sleeve in case something does happen that's out of your control.
Yeah, it's diversifying, right? So you've got different options, and also just having that that ability, because essentially, we're doing the same thing in just a different means, whether it's one-to-one, whether it's online, whether it's in a group environment, whatever it is. But as coaches, as fitness coaches or health coaches, it's just finding the best method of delivering the solution to the people that we're trying to help.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's discuss that for a moment, because what I've found with my online coaching is it's like you said, it's kind of similar, but it's also completely different, man. When I'm coaching people one-on-one, it's all about the training. It's all about their movement quality. It's all about structural integrity, building strength, power, blah, blah, whatever we're working on, whatever the phase of, the goal of that phase is, and then we'll discuss nutrition a little bit. We'll discuss mindset. We'll discuss goal setting, lifestyle factors, etc., etc. But that's not the primary conversation. I've found once I started moving online, and with my online clients in particular, the conversations revolve more around the mindset and the goal setting and the consistency in building habits and that type of stuff. And the training side of things is, sometimes I don't even talk about the training side of things, mate. And every single client call is different, and I'm pretty much taking the clients where they need to go and I'm meeting them where they are, because I'm not actually physically training them. I can't see them move, right? Like they'll send me some videos every now and again. Hey, can you check out my form on this exercise, blah, blah, blah. And I'll give them some tweaks and adjustments and things like that. But, for the most part, the conversations are completely different with my online clients than they are with my face-to-face clients. Do you experience anything like that or something similar? Or?
Yeah, very similar. I mean, when we're working with people one-to-one, they're essentially paying for us for that hour or however long it is of our time. So we've got that limited sort of time period to work with them and all the other clients that we're working as well. So it becomes about the training, the movement, what we're actually doing in the session, and we can't really give them too much assistance with everything outside of that. So that's, it could be 3 hours a week or 4 hours a week, 5 hours a week, however long it is. The other 163 hours of the week, they're kind of on their own. Of course, if you're a one-to-one coach, you would love to be able to assist them with that, but at the end of the day, you're working with multiple different clients, so you don't have the time, you don't have the energy to be checking in with people to see how they're going with their nutrition and their sleep and all these types of things. So the much bigger benefit of having the online system is it gives us the time and energy to be able to do that, right? So to check in with them. So the training is just one element of the program. Then it becomes a lot more about, like you said, their lifestyle habits, what they're dealing with day to day. It's not so much that we're there to make sure that they've done, 5 reps of 80 kilos. It's okay, what obstacle are you facing today that's going to stop you from getting into the gym? How's the body feeling? What have you got going on with your family? What's going on with work? What's currently preventing you from getting to where you want to be? And it's helping them. And that's typically what people need help with. And just being able to give them that support system and the guidance and the accountability. Because, often than not, getting into the gym and getting through the session, the main thing is the adherence and the consistency. Mm-hmm. Specifically what they're doing, of course it is important, but on the grand scheme of things, it's not as important as getting into the gym for those set targets of however many times that we decide each week.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.